ฝันพบกันที่ไรก็เรื่องใหญ่น้ำกับไฟถ้าไกลกันได้ก็ดี
Hello. Good evening. Good evening. Assalamualaikum. Salam sejahtera and welcome to LOL with Rizal. And today is going to be a special session. I hope you guys had a good week. It is Thursday, one more day till Friday, and then before the weekend. And I've got a very nice session today. And for those of you that are tuning in either from YouTube, Facebook, or even LinkedIn, you can check out my posts recently about life hacks and tips on WhatsApp business. Okay, so it's a very interesting topic, and we've got lots of people who've attended the session before this. So Nicky and myself decided to this time around, let's do something different. We just go on LinkedIn Live through LOL, and then why don't we just do it here so that everybody, instead of if you can't make it for our free sessions, you can come in and watch us live here, and you can even watch on replay on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. All right. So if you're here with us, just drop us a note and say hi. Siapa ni asyik first je. First, yeah, you're always the first, man. My first, my last, and my many. No, I'm joking. You're the first. But thank you so much. Dengan itu, hadiah kepada peserta pertama, iaitu sebuah gula-gula. And welcome to Pauline Teo. Hey, how you doing? The financial planner, the financial expert who's helping me with making sure I buy the right kasut. And Pauline, I want to just congratulate you for running your series. I've been watching it on the side. Really good, really engaging. So keep on doing it, and we are all hustling every day, right? Thanks so much. And we got Ratna. Hey Ratna, how you doing? Glad to see you on board with us today. Really cool. I love what you're doing and your work with the kids. So for everyone's knowledge, my daughter Surya signed up for a course with teacher Ratna, and she's enjoying it, and she's doing a lot of learning on how to do creative writing. Yeah, she's got lots of homework to do, but she's still taking time off and trying to do the stuff that you guys are doing. But she really enjoyed it. So thank you so much. And betul lah, hari ni kat siam ya, sawadikap, kapungkap. All right, so guys, if you're in with us, then just drop a comment. And today's topic, if you don't know, I will just put it up here for you to see. So it's life hacks and tips. WhatsApp business, WhatsApp business. So one thing I want to let you guys know first is that even though we're doing the WhatsApp for business topic today, don't go and just download WhatsApp sudden business now. Dangerous, because there's a lot of things that you need to do first before you do it. So just learn from us what we have done and what we have spoken about. And if you want to find out more, we've got lots of avenue and opportunities for you to be able to dig deeper and then utilize WhatsApp business. And we got an expert here, Juan. Mamak ni hari ni gempak lah dia. Dia boleh buat lala move naik motor gempak, right? He travels around, and hari his post was about Nyonya Kueh. So really good lah, Faizal. I think that one is selling by not selling lah. Dia jual kuih pun lepas juga. Dia ada betul lah. Yep. Cool stuff, Pauline. Thank you. Alright, I say gula-gula saja, meh. Hey, gula-gula, you don't want? Okay, then I give Nicky. My gula-gula, right, it's very special. Alright, my gula comes with a donation value as well. Kita jaga kita. Betul lah. Alright, so let's get stuck into it. I'm going to bring on the guest for today. My business partner, Nicky. Hey, Nicky, what's up?
Hello. Hi, everyone. Can y'all hear me? Okay, looks good. All right. So, hi, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning to Rizal's LOL. So, it's really excited to be back here. I think something for different again. Rizal, if you already put in so much work, might as well we share it with everyone who's watching from LOL.
Yeah. It was a very interesting discussion because we've been doing it. We've done it about 4 times, I think, and we've had multiple people coming in over the weekend and weekdays as well. There's so much value to the course, and everybody said that they love the course and they learn so much. So why not just share this knowledge here? It was free anyway, and we'll share with you some snippets of what WhatsApp business is all about. So without further ado, Nicky, let's go into it. I'm gonna put up the big screen here and go ahead, and then let's play around with it.
Okay, so I think that maybe before we start, I want to say hi to all of the guests as well. So we've got Faizal here, Pauline, Satay Man. I think I also saw Ratna. I remember you mentioning
Ratna.
Ratna. So Ratna is here as well. So I hopefully maybe for the benefit of everyone, although WhatsApp business is something that is very unique, anybody here can definitely take something from it. So if you have any burning questions, feel free to just goreng it, or if you want to do sate goreng, also can. So just goreng it in the comments. Okay, so maybe just to start off today, we're going to be talking a little bit about WhatsApp business, and we're going to answer some of the burning questions and also share some of the snippets of how WhatsApp business can help everyone. So, to everyone who's watching, feel free to pop in questions. If you don't know what is the difference between WhatsApp Basic and WhatsApp Business, more than happy to share that today. So, yes, Rizal.
No, go ahead.
Okay, so maybe for those who do not know us, so I think that we all know who is Rizal Aziz lah, and Rizal Aziz is our business partner for TechRabbit. He's basically the tulang belakang for TechRabbit. Imagine rabbit without tulang belakang, you'll be slouchy lah. So Rizal is the tulang belakang for TechRabbit. Only difference is he doesn't have the two little pointy ears. Okay, and for those who know me, hello lah. I mean, if you've never seen our botak rabbit, I'm the botak rabbit. Okay, so Rizal, would you like us to go through the slides today?
Yeah, you can go ahead. I think I've mentioned just now that we can ask questions. This one here is very simple, straightforward. Do not download WhatsApp Business yet. There's a lot of things that you need to know first. So today is more about us going through with you what we have gone through in the seminar. And we'll probably fly through a bit more faster than usual, but don't worry about it. We will, cover as much as possible for you guys. Go ahead, Nicky.
Awesome. Okay, so I think Pauline asked a question, no mop hair today. So I think that Pauline really likes the mop hair. So I think maybe one day for the next time, I will probably screw the mop hair to my head. Okay, so maybe for a start, we're going to just go through some house rules. I mean, again, we're just going to skip through this because for those who missed out on our 1.5-hour session, hope to be able to give you as much as we can, and a little bit of a snippet, and you can consider signing up for our full program next week. Okay, so maybe for a start, questions are welcome in the chat box lah. So can correct lah any questions that you have in the comments. Second one is this is usually we try and make it a fun and engaging session, so feel free to ask any questions. And last but not least, anybody who wants to come in and share, feel free to just stick around because we've got something exciting to share with you at the end. Okay, so Pauline says still handsome, Nicky. So tell us about WhatsApp business. Okay, hi Jiaji, good to see you. Yeah, so this is very exciting. Jiaji or Jiaji?
Jiaji. I told her by Dr. Eric, I call her Jiaji. Hey, wrong lah, he says. So it's Jiaji.
Okay. Kena bakar burn.
Hello.
Okay, so maybe we'll just start the ball rolling lah kan. We'll just ask the audience. So everyone who's watching, who likes WhatsApp? You can type yes in the comments, and who does not like WhatsApp, you can type no in the comments. We love to hear. And then later on, we'll see what's great about it and what's not great about it. Rizal, what do you think about WhatsApp? Are you a big fan of WhatsApp?
Yes, definitely. Big, huge fan. I wouldn't say fan because we need to use it every day, right? So it's hate it or love it is there. So there's a thing that is really good about it, and there's things that are like very, very tough. But very keen to find out what people think about it, and then they can chat. They can type away in the comment section what they think about WhatsApp. Do they like it, or do they hate it, or what do they think about WhatsApp?
Okay, so maybe I'll just share my thoughts about WhatsApp first, huh? Okay, so WhatsApp. So WhatsApp business, WhatsApp in general, WhatsApp is great because it's instant messaging lah, right? Whatever that you send now, terus dapat. So that is pretty instant. So Pauline Teo also likes it. Now the bad thing is that if you reply slow, it's not great. Why it's not great is because people don't like the whole delay lah, right? People want fast, give me now. That's why instant noodle very, very happening, and that's why I bought that. Okay. Second one is WhatsApp business is awesome because it's only a one-time setup, so you just have to link for one time only. But then after that, it's just a matter of maintenance. But the tedious part and the detailed part is just jaga one by one, right? Okay, people I use lah. So Rizal, steady lah bro. Always there. Okay. So
Love
Sireno
you.
says love and hate. Thank God my name is not WhatsApp. Kalau tak habis lah, right? Okay. So the good thing about WhatsApp is that if you are a business, it's very easy to capture reviews and testimonials. You just have to screenshot and then you tampal lah your presentation, you put in your Facebook Live, Instagram Live, LinkedIn Live. It's very easy to share. But I'm sure we all also seen alamak got typo. But generally, a wrong WhatsApp messages, a wrong WhatsApp reply can become a PR disaster. So sometimes if people salah send or maybe people were rude, then the moment people share inside Facebook, habis lah masalah. Orang popular for the wrong reasons. Right. So Jia says that I like it. I can't say I like it or I hate it. Convenient because everyone uses it and communicate with each other. Yeah, that's very true. Okay, so in a nutshell, WhatsApp is not a perfect platform. It's got its own pros and cons, but because most people use it, most people can make something good out of it. So I think that's the most exciting part about WhatsApp. Okay, so maybe for the benefit of all, let's goreng Rizal with a bit of questions. So Rizal, have you ever shopped on WhatsApp?
Yeah, I bought a few things over WhatsApp before. I found something online on Facebook, and then when I clicked something, it brought me to WhatsApp. So I was speaking to the seller himself. I wasn't buying anything illegal. It was all very good. I was buying, I think it was, I bought a cap before. My Redpack Asia cap was bought through WhatsApp. And I also bought t-shirts for Tido.
Oh, Tido. From WhatsApp?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what we're going to do is we're going to look into the case study lah, right? Kita goreng tengok how is WhatsApp relevant for us. Maybe for the benefit of all, let's see what other people say. So Faisal says people want to use Telegram too, right? Yeah, it's true lah, Faisal. Different people jumping to different platforms, and I suppose each platform has got its own pros and cons, like that. Rizal?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that use Telegram on the side. They use both. If you have WhatsApp, you also want to be pushing people towards Telegram. And they're both very good function. I think this happened. Telegram went on top recently because of the issues that related to WhatsApp data security and safety. I remember that happened, and then everybody started jumping to something else. There were a million things, but I think after the whole ruckus ended, it was I think the one that really stayed was Telegram and WhatsApp still.
Okay. Cool. ICQ. Wow, ICQ way before my time.
Oh, shout out to Elita. Elita used to be my team member in my previous firm. Hey, Elita, thanks for joining in. Really appreciate it. Hope your kid is doing well. And Pauline here, this must still exist one. It's ICQ. A new one, they don't play. Oh, there's a new one. And then Pauline Teo, what about kasut? There's a running joke by myself and Pauline. I always like to buy kasut. So that's my bad habit. Ulama remake version. All right. Kalau boleh, I just want to have SMS. Faizal said. So I think Faizal, once you learn what WhatsApp business is, right, you will realize how old school SMS is, and also in fact the basic WhatsApp as well is old school. Once you learn WhatsApp business, it's next level. Selling without selling. Okay, Nicky, go ahead.
Okay, so maybe the reason why we brought WhatsApp this as a case study is because personally I like to shop as well, and this was the first purchase I've ever bought, something that I've ever bought from WhatsApp business. So what I did was I was on Facebook at 1:30 in the morning, and then after that I saw about baju, people selling baju right? So I figured, wow, it'd be very nice if I was to maybe order someone now got promotion, right? 4 for 100 ringgit. So when I clicked on that ad, right, it literally brought me straight to Facebook, and then after that, all of these messages started popping up, and I realized that, wow, so easy to buy one. Of course, when it comes to buying things, right, it's always a scary experience, especially if you're buying for the first time. So at least that's what I experienced when it comes to shopping on WhatsApp. But eventually, I still got my baju, right? So very, very fortunate. But generally, the long story short is that any business that's on Facebook, at least most businesses that are on Facebook, can buy WhatsApp business. how you set up WhatsApp business. That's the whole thing that's very, very different. Of course, things like your baju, your photos, what kind of text you put in here, these can all be customized according to whoever who wants to put product or service out on WhatsApp business. Okay. So personally, when it comes to shopping on WhatsApp business, the first things first is reputation. Because if you don't have a reputation, or if, let's say your things don't look very legit, it doesn't look it looks very scammy. There's a high chance that people may not buy. But for me personally, if you do everything properly like that, there's a high chance that someone will buy. Okay, so second one is actually someone we all know. So I think for Satay Man, Satay Man, Pauline, Faisal, you guys may know who this is. Rizal, I think you also know. This is none other than David Wong. David Wong from CB. So David Wong, a perfect example of someone who uses WhatsApp very, very well. Because what he does is he actually sells his cookies and also pineapple buns on WhatsApp business. His WhatsApp business is actually very, very nicely set up. There's products and services and also pricing, everything that is there. So of course, I think that really a bit to him, right? He set everything up very nicely, and I think that for me, buying from him made it a lot easier when I was able to access his WhatsApp business. So the first one that we looked at Baju. The second one we looked at is cookies, food, things that we can buy either for ourselves or for others.
Maybe Nikki, probably there's a bit of static on your mic. While you do that, right? Maybe you can fix that one. Perhaps go back to case study one. I want to share with the audience something very interesting. Go back to case study one. So if you look at case study one, right, it's a picture of Joe Baju and everything. I always equate this experience with when we go to a actual shop. Like if you go to Uniqlo or if you go to H&M and so on, and you find you're looking for something and you don't know, you need help with making a purchase, or you want to look for the size or design, right? So there's someone who's going to come over to you, a sales attendant, who will speak to you, and then he will ask you, what do you need? Is there any specification and so on. So we're missing that because people now are buying virtually. They're buying online through Shopee, Lazada. It's almost like you pick and choose and that's it. So with WhatsApp business, right, it allows you to be able to have that personalization. So if you see the messages there, harga promosi lah, all that stuff, let me just make it larger so you can see clearer. So you can see they've written down the description of the product and some wordings here. And if you look at the last sentence here, boss nak 3 helai atau 6 helai ya. So if you read this in your mind, you're actually listening to someone speaking to you. So the beauty about WhatsApp business is that you are able to make it so that it sounds like you are the one that's talking to them. So that's the unique part, I think, about WhatsApp business that I like. And then if you go to the second case study, Nikki, David Wong, for most of you who have not tried him out, you should, because his stuff is amazing. I really like it, his pineapple tarts. And what he does is here, instead of, apart from the WhatsApp messaging, that he can make it sound personal and very, professional and very quick, but his images, the images that he put, like you look at that one thing, even if it's WhatsApp, you can already smell the food. That's how good David's content or catalog on his WhatsApp business. And imagine if you guys have your own set of business, what would you then use and put in the images here to be able to tell a story by itself? Yeah, so and I love this comment from Pauline. She says that, so now WhatsApp business is like shopping, Lazada. Betul tau. In fact, better. So that's why a lot of people don't know. Orang semua tak tahu, tapi banyak orang dah buat business macam ni pakai WhatsApp business. Benda tu dia boleh respond, and you can choose the type of response and you can set it all up. So for David Wong, the beauty is that it's like not you're going to the shop to go and buy. You can choose the food like as if it's in front of you. That's WhatsApp business for me. That's my thought lah. Okay. And then Pauline Teo, okay lah. Makanan off limits lah, mana ada. Hey, it's not off limits. You can lah, satay. You yourself later, you can make satay WhatsApp business. I don't like, okay. I know, okay. You don't actually sell the food, as in like once people have visited your restaurant and you put there, say that you do WhatsApp business, you can scan this, right? And then from the scanning, right, I went recently to a steamboat restaurant. Sorry, I'm taking the part, Nikki. I went to a steamboat restaurant. When I was ordering, they give me a menu. And then the menu, I had to scan it. It brought me to WhatsApp. And then WhatsApp shared the menu to me. And I was like, "Whoa, this is very cool." And then I select the menu, what I want to buy from WhatsApp. And then the master comes and confirm it. And then once it's all done, right, when I go to the cashier, they say, "Oh, got lucky draw." And lucky draw, I go and do a lucky draw and I get a freebie. And then they will snapshot the lucky draw points and then they save it on my WhatsApp. So my visit to the restaurant now has a record. They have my contact number, and then any new, sales or whatever that they want to do, they can just update me through there. So restaurants no longer can just book a restaurant and wait for people to come. I can actually engage and let people know that these things are coming, and I can even put in hadiah updates, all that stuff. It's amazing. So that's something very new for me. This was last week. Yeah. Okay. Ni kira wah terror lah babat. Maaf saya you babat ni. How people find you? WhatsApp number kan personal. This one Nicky will later cover. Don't worry. Okay, Nicky, back to you. Sorry, I'll took it up.
Okay, shall we answer some of the questions right now? I think those are some pretty good questions. Or do you think we should come back to it?
There was one question about that I was gonna go last, which is WhatsApp versus Telegram. I don't see any other question lah. So David Bakery the best. I thought this is WhatsApp Titipa food. How lah? Okay. No, I think we can answer last. There's nothing here yet lah. Yeah. So this one we can answer later lah. So how can people find you? WhatsApp number kan personal. Good question. We will share with you in after case study 3. And instead of a card, service not relevant lah. Can change to make appointment card. Bagus tu.
Okay.
Okay. This one maybe you can right. Yeah.
This one is a very good question because the thing is we're actually going to case study number 3, and case study number 3 involves a lot of personalization and customization. Okay, so maybe just to recap lah, right? So for case study number 1, very straightforward. If I want to buy baju, it's very transactional. Just see, buy, and case close. And same goes for David's case, where if you were to buy, is that still noise?
Yeah, just a bit of noise. I don't know what's never mind lah. We just proceed lah. You just have to talk louder. We just pasang malamin lah.
Okay, no problem. So I think just coming back to this point, case study number 2, again, very transactional. You just buy one time, pay directly, very straightforward. Now, if let's say somebody says that, hey, I want to customize a cake with David, how do we do that? So I think I want to answer Pauline's question in case study number 3. And case study number 3 is none other than, drum roll, Lisa Teo. Okay, so to everyone who knows Lisa Teo, right? For those who don't know Lisa Teo is a very creative and popular artist on LinkedIn. She is a fine artist who specializes in either customized commission painting, or she's also known for her paddy field painting. Now, some of her work has gone through different galleries, and it's even featured in galleries in Singapore. So just to talk a little bit about that, right? So I think just coming back to her question, to Pauline's question about how if this one is a service, how can we use WhatsApp Business for that? So for WhatsApp Business, you can actually set up in a way that gets people to make inquiries and also answer some of the frequently asked questions. For example, even for Lisa Teo, because we built a website for her. So what happened is people who want to contact Lisa on her website, they can click on the button and directly text her and make an inquiry regarding a specific painting. But if let's say anybody who wants to make an inquiry about commission painting, so let's say you want Lisa to paint the portrait of your family, so there's also an option where Lisa can showcase some of the different paintings that she has done on her site, on her WhatsApp Business account, but also set up the chat in a way that people have that conversation about how to engage Lisa to do her painting. Of course, when it comes to engaging someone to do a service, maybe providing a service, maybe in your case financial services, people don't buy insurance from WhatsApp, but people buy the person from WhatsApp, and that eventually leads to the actual sale. And that's what WhatsApp Business can do.
Yep. Hey, Nicky, you're stuck. Okay, never mind. He's gonna. Hey, where did you go? Alamak. Okay, never mind. I can take on because this one here, Nicky, you should come back. We lost you. So hang on a second. Let me just check. Okay. Wow, is it just me? Okay. Okay, don't worry, jangan, never fear, he'll be coming back. This in regards to WhatsApp just now, when it comes to services, so Lisa's great. She does a lot of artwork and it's very personal. And when people engage her, they engage her because Nikki's back, yeah? Because they like what she's doing. They see that it's something that they can connect with, and then they want to make the purchase. They have to communicate with the person. Okay, all right.
Sorry about that.
So I was gonna let me just adjust this for a second. Oops. So on the point that you said that people like financial services, are they able to do this and use it and so on. So one point I wanted to share is that imagine if you have you are already very hot in branding yourself on LinkedIn or Facebook. Now WhatsApp is another way of doing it as well. But you don't want to be too in your face by sending in information through WhatsApp. If you're the type that likes to broadcast things and you want to share value add items through your broadcast to different people, that's fine. But sometimes people, when they are browsing through, when you're looking through your friends' contact list or people that you're communicating with, especially during Chinese New Year, Hari Raya, Deepavali, you're sending those messages, people look, hey, it's a business account. What does this guy do? You go and, naturally be curious and click on it. Okay, that's nice. That's interesting. I'll go and have a look. And then you can see different types of services. So I've met people who are doing financial services, and then they actually said that book a time to have a chat with me. Some even have, let's have some coffee over me. I will pay you. But of course, it's a bit like, I know that what this may entail, but it wasn't meant for people to go and click and purchase. But people know that the person is available for a meet. And what's beautiful about what Lisa is doing here is that the flow of her services over the website then links up very nicely to her WhatsApp. And for anyone, and then for her, there are people from all over the world that want to communicate with her. And having to be able to communicate with the person who is making the product itself or delivering the service itself makes it very personal. So I think it's very cool to have this. You can do it in Facebook, no doubt. But WhatsApp is direct link to the person. You can even call. So if I'm ready to be able to communicate with people on WhatsApp, I'm not so worried with talking about with clients. Then what's wrong with that, having it on WhatsApp. All right. Okay, back to you, Nikki. Good to have you back. Yeah, this was
Awesome.
what
Okay.
Pauline said, that the topic hangat Nicky Lim cannot take it. You cannot counting votes at home. Tiami potong. You lupa ke?
That's why I was counting votes. You're not the white paper after you count the paper. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, but I think generally, just to come back to Pauline's point, it can be done, and you can actually repurpose WhatsApp business that sells products into a way that helps you facilitate your services. Because sometimes when it comes to services, people ask a lot of questions, and if you have to kind of repeatedly type the same thing over and over again. Okay, just one moment. Let me just fix the voice. I think it's wrong.
Okay. All right, guys. If there are any questions, you can. Yep. Any questions? Do let us know in the chat function. Just do let us know if you have any questions. So far we've got 3 case studies, and we definitely go much deeper than this one here. But those 3 options that 3 case studies that we took are things that are quite relevant that people can, you guys would normally see. So one is, apa ni Nicky? There's someone here. Oi.
Oh. Man is here too.
Ini baru betul-betul panas ni. Ayo. Okay, so I'm gonna put CA in the center below Nicky and above me. So macam mana Sate, you use before WhatsApp business or not?
Pernah. Fantastic. Memang bagus.
Huh?
But not for my
use
satay
it?
business lah.
Oh, really not for your satay business? Why?
Not for satay business. Tak boleh lah. Dia orang satay party tiba-tiba so and so I want satay party on this date. 500. Don't know lah how they gonna add to shopping cart. How to charge?
Why
Satay
cannot?
party. Because the satay party, then they said depending on the dates and the location. So they don't have a geo fencing for satay party. Tiba-tiba they order Johor tu macam mana tu?
Okay, actually, right, that's a nice segue, Satay. Satay, apa tu, Nicky, wanna go to the next point, which relates to what Satay was talking about just now, payment.
Okay, so coming back to payment. Sorry, how's the voice? Is it better now? Is the sound better now?
Much better. Just not got static, yeah.
Much better. Okay, so I think Satay Man, I think you become case study number 4. Okay, so case study number 4 is we're going to do a live case study on Satay Man punya kepala.
Alamak.
Okay, so now the interesting thing is, tadi you mentioned something about satay stick, right? How many batang you want, right? Okay. So here the best part is actually WhatsApp business has got other tools that you can use to integrate together with your satay business. Now we're selling Satay Man our services. Okay, so Mr. Satay Man, if you want to sell more satay, right, you can actually use an app called Orderla. What is Orderla, right? Orderla is you can actually list your satay here, how many batang of satay you want to sell, how many ringgit you want to sell. You can actually put over here, and you can even collect payment with WhatsApp Satay Man. So, and then the best part, right? When it comes to boleh. Then when it comes to your payment, right, and also your logistic. So if you want to send your satay, takkan if let's say you have one person order 500 sticks, no problem. But if you got 20 people ordering satay 500 sticks, that is I don't know how many sticks. But you can actually use this Orderla to tangkap all your address so that you can arrange. Tak payah pening lah. You have to send SMS, WhatsApp your driver one by one, all of the address. You don't have to. This app will capture everything for you. So actually,
but if my place in PJ, they order the satay party in Johor, to Uncle Daniel tu, dekat Johor tu.
Uncle Daniel. That's why you must sell one franchise to Uncle Daniel in Johor. Satay Man. That's the best part. And you know what? And the best part is Uncle Daniel can also receive the orders for you on your behalf in Johor using Orderla.
If send the satay stick only, okay lah, no satay one, that one can do, no problem. But with the satay, by the time you reach Johor, I think cold already lah, tak sedap.
There's this thing called frozen satay, okay.
That one different business way. Taste different. Cannot. Tak boleh bikin tu. People want freshly prepared satay. Bunyi apa tu? Ni mesti Rizal ni.
No lah. Okay, go ahead, Nicky. Kita go ahead, no problem.
So I think long story short, want to sell satay on WhatsApp, can lah, not a problem. Okay, so I think Pauline asked a question. This WhatsApp business, so terror, is it free or kena bayar? Okay, so WhatsApp business is free. Now I think WhatsApp business is one of the most underutilized tools that is available in the market, and I think people should start using it because it's free. Memang sayang if don't use lah. Right? How you want to use that one? You need to goreng a bit lah, right? You need to goreng it in a way that can fit for your business. So if you've never tried satay goreng, I think that WhatsApp.
Nicky, don't count the votes. Alamak.
Don't count the votes. Jadi franchise satay business collab with Daniel.
Voting now, right? I think secretly volunteered lah.
Ballot
counter.
Don't want. Alright, so while Nicky is coming back in, right? When Nicky is coming back in, yep.
So actually what happened was during MCO, I learned how to count votes in my feed while doing live.
I thought so, that's why. Tak boleh tu. TNB terror kan.
Yeah.
Talking about counting, right? So what Nikki shared here is very cool. Actually, this is the how the back end looks like for WhatsApp for business. So because if you go to your own normal WhatsApp, right, which is the normal personal one, you click the setting. There's a few things that you see. But when you go for WhatsApp business, this is what it looks like when you go on the settings mode. Nikki, go ahead and explain.
Okay. So for those who are not on WhatsApp Business, you will never ever have a chance to see this because this feature is only available on WhatsApp Business. So what's so special about these features on WhatsApp Business? First, you have the business profile, then you have catalog, and then for those who last want to type repeat, right, then you have all of the way message, your greeting message, your quick replies, and your labels. Now, I give you an example, right? Um, when it comes to, is it clear, Rizal?
It's sangkut.
Even now?
Yeah, there's a bit of distortion.
Oh, okay. Not sure why. Let me
Okay,
try to.
let's try again. So there's a bit of distortion. Yep.
Is this better?
Don't know. Let's go for it. Let's try.
Okay, so so generally for WhatsApp Business, you have got three main highlights, right? You got the business profile, you got the messaging, and also you've got the links. Reason why the links are important is because when you want to put your link on your website or maybe on your social media, people can click on it and directly WhatsApp you rather than to take your phone number. How's the sound? Okay, that was good.
Cannot hear. I think it's breaking out a lot. So maybe what you can do, can you change probably the mic or something? Change mic altogether because it's too much distortion, so
Okay.
your voice is breaking up. So maybe while you're doing that, let me cover for you. You can try and log in, log out again. Myself and CEO will be here. So let me just remove this one here, guys. If you have a look, I'll be putting this in full. So you got the business tool here. There's business profile and catalog. Those are the ones that I mentioned. Now, one thing unique about WhatsApp business is you're allowed to put your business profile. So imagine that instead of having just your Facebook or your IG account there, and all your other social media platform with your company profile, you can even have your communication platform with your profile in it, and you can put your logo on the site as well. The catalog, as I mentioned just now, the example that we had, which was David Wong's, you can put in as much as possible of products or list of services there, which is super cool. You can put pricing, you can put offers, things that are on sale and whatnot. And of course, it's not as sexy as Facebook, where things that are updated, it notifies people. This really depends on you if you want to broadcast the information. Now, if you look at the second portion, that is messaging, away message, greeting message, quick replies, and labels. These are the functions that WhatsApp Business is really, really cool on. I really love it because it allows you to respond to user messages at any point in time, 24 hours a day. And you can even tweak it to respond to certain types of questions. So, like, say, for instance, CA himself, right? Someone orders satay from him. The next question is said, oh, when do you want it? Or like, oh, thank you for reaching out to me. We are currently, busy with orders. We are able to deliver in the Klang Valley, and we do catering for kenduri kawin and so on. And I will come and dance for you, or something like that. And he can put, and he can put a map, pictures of his products and so on. And you can put that in your away messages. All right. So there are different types of messaging, and then if you see the last part there, which is labels, so you can even add on labels to your clients. So you can think of anything, your top client, your key clients, your favorite client, new clients, clients to stay away from, clients who just made the purchase, clients who has made the first payment, pending delivery, all sort of labels. So imagine you're able to, go through the labels and define your clients that way. So it helps you actually with managing the transaction and also knowing what to communicate. What's worse if you're communicating with the client and the client is going back and forth with you, and then suddenly, it's over the weekend, they stop communicate with you in the next few days. You don't know what they're talking about. The labels help you do that. So Nikki, let's give it a go. Are you okay now?
Okay, maybe let's do a sound check. Is this better?
Clearer.
Okay, looks like we've got a thumbs up
Sound
from
is
CEO.
slightly better, but you're stuck. A bit stuck. The counting voting thing is
I think that
impacting the thing.
I think it's the internet. Let me try and change my network. Okay, maybe you
Okay.
guys continue first. I will be right back.
All right. Sure. Okay. And just now, very good question. What's in it for WhatsApp lah? How come they can give us for free one? Because I think for them, this one here, they don't do nothing. They just put it on the platform. They want people to just stick onto WhatsApp. So they put it as an additional feature that you can use and utilize. Because anybody that's using WhatsApp, I think most of us is either for social or work. And it's only fair, right? If you have that. Hey, what happened? See, you burn him until he's gone already.
No, wasn't me. I think it was counting votes for not our state in Malacca. early voters.
Hey Hazia, welcome. Ketinggalan bas macam ni. Alamak. Don't lah. Apa orang sekarang naik bas lagi ke? Sekarang orang naik MRT ke? Cik, wah. No lah. Okay, let's see. Nikki is back with a new network. Nikki, you're back with a new network. So Hazia has
Okay,
just joined
testing.
us. Yeah, okay. No distortion. Let's share screen.
Okay, let's come back to this.
All right. So I've just covered about labels, and then I was gonna go. Let me finish up the point on. If you see the word underneath there that is very big, it says Facebook and Instagram on the lower left. Facebook and Instagram, right? So as we all know, Facebook and Instagram, Microsoft, WhatsApp, same thing too. It's the same set of guys. You know, Facebook, right? Facebook is WhatsApp, right?
Facebook,
owns
Instagram.
Yeah, Facebook is sorry. My bad. Sorry, Mr. Bill Gates. So Facebook and Instagram are social media platforms that you can link it up to. So they want it to be kept within that universe, right? Don't want to go to TikTok. They don't want to go to YouTube. They just want to keep everything to Facebook and IG. So for us, we emphasize that whoever that is using WhatsApp for business, make sure that it's almost very close to what you see on your WhatsApp, on your Facebook or your Instagram account. The more relatable, the more the feel to it is the same, that'd be better. So if you're a satay seller, you don't want to be looking really good on Facebook selling your satay and then come to your WhatsApp, it looks like you jual mie rebus. Tak kena, right? It doesn't make any sense. It has to be omni-channel and then align. All right, Nikki, off to you to explain a bit more. I just explained the first page, the first left portion of the slide, business tools and all the points down there.
Okay. All right. So maybe just to continue where I left off, right? The interesting thing, the best part about WhatsApp Business is, especially for those in the service line or those who have industries who will normally have people asking a lot of questions, you will get to use something called the quick replies and also the automated replies from WhatsApp. Reason why is because you can just slash, like let's say somebody asks, how much is your satay man? And then after that, he can always press the hash button and then preset all of the answers over there, so that at least whenever people ask the question, he doesn't have to type one by one. I think that's the first thing. The second thing that's exciting is when he uses that option, he will also sound like it's satay man talking, although it is an auto reply, or maybe it is a quick reply. So nampak macam you're talking to satay man, but it's actually not satay man lah. You're only talking to the satay without the man.
Peliknya. That's so scary. Imagine there's a robot satay.
Yeah. For all you know, Rizal, for all you know, we may not be talking to satay man. We may be talking to robot satay man now.
I think so.
That is
That's
AI
possible.
actually. The real satay man is somewhere else.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe just to jump to the second and the third point, if you can see clearly on the right. So over here, you get to showcase all of your company details lah. Something basic like what you can have, what do you sell, what industry do you cover, where is your address. Now people can actually click on your address on WhatsApp and use ways to come and find you. So for those who berhutang banyak, don't put your address there. Otherwise, mampus lah. And
you can link to Waze.
Sorry, yes, you can.
And
It's
link to
linked to
Waze.
Google Maps. Google Maps.
Oh. Wow. Yeah. Okay, I didn't know that. That's cool.
Very canggih. And lastly, it's also the catalog lah, so you can put your products and services over here. So maybe satay ngoy, you may have satay ayam, satay ikan, satay kingkong, satay dan Yeah. Never know lah, right? Maybe he got king kong meat, or maybe hippopotamus satay. You know, he can put over here. So
Snake oil, ma. He sells snake oil.
Protected species not allowed lah, weh.
And
Alright.
best part, the last but not least, let's say satay man sleeping lah, right? But you want to order satay at 3 a.m. in the morning. What satay man can do is he can use this right hand section here to text you and say, okay, satay man is currently asleep. He will be buka kedai at 8 in the morning. So he can actually preset all this. So that's the best part about WhatsApp business.
All right.
Yeah. So I think that's just in a nutshell of what WhatsApp business can do for you. Actually, there is a lot of other details which we will go into during our course, which we also took through. We took Sharon Tan from Iconic. We took her through and we helped her go through all of the important details, which is part of her WhatsApp business. Now, at the end of the day, anybody can set up WhatsApp business, but it's how you customize WhatsApp business to work for you that will be beneficial for you and whatever that you want to achieve. Correct or not, Satiman? If you want to set up business, you must set up properly, right?
Definitely.
Hey,
Go to the
so the
experts
reason
lah,
why, pardon?
Must go to the experts lah, the Terra Sifu, you know,
We sharing is
like
caring lah.
Rizal, like Nicky.
Yeah. Okay, so earlier in the show, we mentioned something lah, right? WhatsApp is such a good tool, but most people don't use it. People still use Facebook, Instagram, which is not bad, but I think that WhatsApp 2022 is going to come into play. So, reason behind that is I want to share a story with you. I've been thinking about buying a property for next year. So I've been doing a lot of shopping lah, right? Going around doing a lot of shopping. And what I found out is that people who advertise on Facebook, particularly the property agents, you know, when you see all of the ads there, the moment you click one time, they get charged 70 ringgit. Whether you click by accident or you click by intention, every single form that you fill up can go from 70 to 80 ringgit per sign up.
Wow.
Very, very expensive. Reason why is
The
because
listing fee, is it? The advertisement fee or something?
it is the category of advertisement. So what they do is that falls under the category of lead generation. When you want to generate leads and inquiries, then they have the option where you can run an ad using lead generation, and the cost per lead does not necessarily mean a sale. The cost per lead when someone signs up is 70 to 80 ringgit per inquiry. Yeah. So maybe sometimes you want to somebody want to go and sabo you, pakai all your budget. You just click and sign up and fill in different details. But that is the cost. That's what I found out. Very expensive. So that's the reason why wanted to talk about WhatsApp, because WhatsApp business is another alternative as to how you can get inquiries without having to pay so much. You can run a cheaper version of an ad, hit more people, but use WhatsApp business as a platform to help you filter out those potential leads. Okay, all right. So are you okay? We jump straight back into the slides, Rizal?
Yep.
Okay. So earlier we talked about why people don't use WhatsApp business, right? So when it comes to WhatsApp business, here's some of the reasons why. First, people don't know how to use. If you don't know, then naturally you tak pakai lah. Second one is you're worried, because I think like for me as well, I'm not sure whether if WhatsApp business will work for me. I'm not sure whether if later I set up wrong, how people see wrong information, or maybe people, you know, there's a lot of uncertainties. And the last one is we're not sure whether if WhatsApp business can work for us. We see how WhatsApp business can work for a t-shirt seller. We can see how WhatsApp business can work for David Wong and his bakery business, but we're not sure on how WhatsApp business can work for us as a service provider. Sometimes there are so many questions, so many things that we want to ask, so we're not sure whether WhatsApp business is the right platform. But speaking from experience and also application, WhatsApp business can actually work for any type of business, including selling satay, or if you want to start a satay franchise, you can also do that. So there are many ways to go about it. It's just a matter of setting up. Okay, so in other words, basically, I think given how things are, we kena ada warrior leadership lah, right? We have to cari jalan. Reason why? Because if Facebook is going to be so expensive to advertise, then masak lah. How? Takkan we want to pay 70 to 80 ringgit per lead. So we have to use alternative strategies and become a problem solver. WhatsApp business can solve that problem. Second one is we need to be fast lah. We need to be able to execute. Whatever that we have, we want to jalan, we must execute. And the third one is you need to think on the box, out of the box, and think like an agency. So of course, all of us, at least some of us, myself in particular, I have been through the agency, and I can tell you all of the things that how an agency thinks and how we can become smarter, so that we can become smarter than Facebook. Maybe I'm not saying that we can be smarter than Facebook, but we can spot alternative strategies that we can use, and using other tools like WhatsApp to help complement the strategy that we want to use. So think out the box, thinking out the different approach. Okay, so we need to have given the new normal. Now, if let's say for property agents, anybody who's property agent out there, if you know, this is the new normal. Every lead is going to cost you 70 to 80 ringgit, potentially even more. So we need to use a new strategy to approach it. All right. Second one is we need to make it personal, and WhatsApp business can make every conversation personal. Maybe together with seeing, I keep seeing your name there, saying, oh, I have to change lah. I keep calling you by your name. But anyway, so I think that satay is satay, but a lot of times people tend to go back to the same satay store. Reason why is because they have a good relationship with the satay man, and I think we have a good relationship with satay man lah. So next time we order satay, please give us extra 2 batang. Okay, but that's what WhatsApp business is all about. It's about making conversations personal. And last but not least, if you want to, work on something that's a bit more personal, you want us to guide you through the different process, we do have a private coaching session to help you set up WhatsApp business. Last week, I was in Penang, and sorry, was it last week? Yeah, it was last week. I was in Penang, Rizal was in KL, and Sharon was in Iconic. No,
last week.
I think it was that. Last week.
2 weeks. 2 weeks ago, yeah.
2 weeks ago, we ran our first cohort. We had our first class where we actually brought someone from end to end. And we're so happy to share that Sharon actually got her first sale from her WhatsApp business. So Sharon, if you're watching this, congrats to you. We are just behind the scenes fella, but you were the one who were putting the work in, and we just guided you through. So very happy for you. Okay. So the benefit of joining our course, I wouldn't say a course, it's our little workshop. You join our little workshop, you get our one-to-one business coaching, and also you stand a chance to be featured in one of our media articles. And last but not least, we are always developing new things. Why? Because Facebook is becoming less relevant every day. So we need to find new approach. Rizal and I, we are always thinking. Actually, if you book up Rizal's head, you can see maybe he might have bought patch because he's always thinking so hard to find different ideas, potentially, right? So all of us, we are always thinking about different ways to tackle the market, and we want to be able to share that with you through our programs. And you have special access and special pricing. So in other words, if you join Satay Man's membership program, you get 20% off his membership. You get 20%, or maybe you get extra 2 batang of satay. Okay.
2 batang je sikit je.
2 batang, yeah.
Order 10 free wood, 20% extra tu.
20%. Okay, so for anyone who's joining us, we'll help you look through your profile. We'll help you build your setup, build your WhatsApp business ground up. So if you don't have a WhatsApp business, we can actually work through it. Second one is we'll help you do your catalog. We'll guide you through on how to do. Last week we talked about how to sell ramen on WhatsApp. And I think among all of us, right, we all got different styles, satay. So maybe next session we do. Yeah. Maybe next session we do satay lah, right? How to sell satay. Okay. It will also show you how to become satay man in your sleep. We'll teach you how to auto reply while you're sleeping. Lastly, we can also show you how to organize your customers by telling you who is the big satay eater, who is the satu batang satay, who is the kaki pao, the one who will curi other people's satay. And last but not least, we'll also show you how to organize your groups in a way that you can see who's the potential satay supplier.
Wow.
Yes.
Hmm.
Okay. And last but not least, we'll show you how to integrate it to your to your social media accounts lah, so that you can make the most of it. All right. So what's the damage? Damage actually not damage lah. Your investment. This is your personal investment. Normally for our sessions, we are charging 500 ringgit per person. But to anyone who's joining our session today, or at least to sign up through our WhatsApp, our form, you'll be able to sign up for only 350 ringgit for 4 hours of I wouldn't say intense, but very, very objective coaching session to help you get your WhatsApp business done. So you can say bye-bye to procrastination, because by the end of that 4-hour session, you will have at least your WhatsApp business 80% ready to go. All right. So maybe here is just the opening, the information that you need to know. If you want to join us, we're having our next session, cohort number 2, on the 27th of November from 9:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. for a 4-hour crash course, and you can sign up now and you can pay later. All right. So maybe what Rizal will do is that he will share the link in the chat, and you can actually just sign up. Just hit the chat button, hit the link button, and just sign up.
Yep, done. I put it up.
Awesome. So basically, that's a little bit about us. All right, back to you, Rizal and Sabrina.
Yes. Satay. Hey, Satay, this one, I tell you, really, really cool on this course. Why, right? It sounds very technical. So we're going to look at WhatsApp. We're going to look at the app. Actually, it's more about what really is your business plan, and what is it that you want to say, what is it that you want to brand, and how you want to brand, and how is it that you want to bring in how you communicate with clients into WhatsApp. So we've got worksheets for you to work on. We will coach you. We will get you to present and discuss with other attendees. So it's a really enriching program. I think it's really cool. And we've got about 3 or 4 people that 3 people that signed up, and then they all went in and took part in the session, and they felt that it was very enlightening, because it's not just about you do this just for particular in WhatsApp. You do it for WhatsApp, but it actually links up to everything that you do. So like I said just now, right, for someone who has a satay business, you have Facebook, the satay looks very nice, very canggih. IG also got video lah, got reels, right? And then suddenly your WhatsApp, the image and then the feel doesn't look the same as your Facebook and IG. And that's where you miss out. And the beauty about WhatsApp business is the practicality, and it's very transactional, meaning that once people jump in from Facebook and IG, they go into WhatsApp. That means they're already very a warm lead, and then it's just how you close it, right? And you want to be able to keep that warmth, that comfort with that potential client, and they can even don't need to go back to Facebook and check. They can just look through your WhatsApp business. So I think that session that we had gave us an idea of what issues people may be facing when they want to set up their WhatsApp business. So it's really good for those that are new, who hasn't used WhatsApp for business yet, or someone who's already had WhatsApp business want to upgrade. So I think that this course is a bit of a challenge for people who want to go in, but they will come out better and have a more knowledgeable. Because for me, when you run these sort of trainings, people should come in and leave having learned something that will change their life. That's always the goal. So I think this one here is definitely very good. A very good course, very simple, and 4 hours. Don't play. Okay, 4 hours. If you cook satay, it will take you about 10 minutes to cook. A rack of 50 satays, right? 4 hours. How many satay can you make?
minutes you can cook 50 sticks of satay. Sure.
Yeah, you keep us.
You are the fella that use the Dyson vacuum cleaner one.
Yeah lah, double Dyson and then the big rack, right? And you can get 10, right? And then you just put this cooking, right? Yeah, so that's it lah. But guys, yeah, if you're interested, if you know anyone who's interested, please feel free to sign up. There's the form there. And of course, Nicky mentioned just now that this is the session, and I'm just gonna churi his screen. Let me just put in this one here. I'm gonna put up my screen. So
party tu.
Tengok, okay. So it's the 27th of November, on Saturday, 9:30 to 1:30. Of course, all of us want to be able to do this live, but for now, we're going to do it virtually. in the future, definitely be in person, so we can actually get you to, we can show you the real application, how it's going to be done. And then for those that are daring enough and they prepared well enough, they can pre-download WhatsApp Business before they come in. But we always recommend for people to not download it yet. Learn about it and prepare the things that you need to prepare first. And the worksheet will be your checklist. So that worksheet is brilliant. I think it will help you compartmentalize things that you need to do first before launching your WhatsApp business. Kalau tidak, I tell you, it looks like rojak one. I just tambah here and there. You have everything, but you don't have your operating hours. You have everything, but you don't have any auto reply. You have everything, but you put the catalog, but no pricing. Kan betul
Rojak
tak?
bor or rojak pasar bor? Can use the WhatsApp business ke?
Ada, tapi I pakai Telegram. Tak ada lah, joking. Actually, comes to think of it, right? There was this question that Pauline asked. Maybe we should answer that question, right, Nikki? Which
Yep.
was something to do with where was it? Let me just find it. It was asking about. Is it this one?
I think
No.
she was asking about. Telegram versus Telegram versus.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think
Yeah.
Telegram has its benefits. I mean, to me, I see both as two instant messaging platforms that have got different features lah, right? Number one, number two, I think that a lot of my friends who contact me on Telegram want to send me high-res photos, and whenever you send photos via Telegram, you don't compress the photos, whereas WhatsApp does do that. Yeah, that's number one. Second one is I think that Telegram tends to be a bit more friendly for businesses when it comes to broadcast information. So as compared to WhatsApp, because Malay Mail, Malay Mail, they use Telegram to keep people updated about the latest news every day. They will ping you at least 4 times.
But Telegram, no, I think WhatsApp business, in order to broadcast, the recipient must also save your handphone number in their contact, right?
Yes,
In order
correct.
to broadcast it. Otherwise, you won't be
Correct.
able to broadcast. And the other thing is the group is bigger, lor. I think Telegram, 100,000.
Yep.
Actually, the WhatsApp,
I've seen Telegram be really cool. One thing that I did before was I think me and Nikki took part into this training, and the guys placed us into a room in Telegram, and they actually ran an audio training on Telegram. Wow, it's like what the hell? So there were thousands of people there. So there was this guy was going on about some business ideas and whatnot. He was just talking and talking and talking, and then the listeners were reacting to it on Telegram. And there'll be one person who was always listening and then summarizing and then pasting it. I thought that was wow. I've never seen that before. But Nikki said it very well, which is Telegram does have a solid database management system because the images are they don't change it, they don't cut it. So maybe that will blow Telegram server. But it seems to me that people that are on the agent type of business dropships, and then where you need multiple people supporting you, Telegram seems to be the one place that they do that, and they use both sides. But WhatsApp is still the main communication platform that I think people are very familiar with and very easy to use.
I think you guys are
Yeah.
onto something because in Malaysia, comparatively, I think there's like which Malaysian don't have WhatsApp one? Correct. I think that's the first thing when you buy the Android phone, pre-installed already. I'm not sure about the handphone that is the buah-buahan one, right? I don't know whether they pre-installed WhatsApp, but when for other Android phones, I think WhatsApp is really pre-installed. So that's also another benefit. When it comes to Malaysian, this seminar that you guys are running is going to be very beneficial because I think 99% of all Malaysian phones memang ada WhatsApp. Telegram apa benda tu?
Memang.
People will ask. Alright. Oh, then there's another one, Signal. I installed already. My friend said, hey, what is this? Why are you spamming me, inviting me to join Signal? What signal you sending to me? So it's a very different signal. I said, hey, don't get me wrong. I'm not asking you for a date or anything. This thing I just invited you because I told them more secure. Ayo, see, why so worried about secure? It was anything to hide me. So this WhatsApp, I think it's very beneficial because the first thing that you look is actually the number of users. I think Malaysians will have what? I think 40 million mobile phone subscribers. That means
Yeah.
baby pun ada handphone tau. Diorang
Eh,
tahu
mana
guna
ada.
WhatsApp.
I
Then how
think
they
that's
do it?
yeah lah. I think we've seen already ma. You go to some kedai dulu, the people that sell DVD or VCD, right? The tauke always have like 4 5 phone man ma. They order from different places. This got Jurassic Park 1 2 3 4, and then here James Bond ambil semua angkat barang tu. Some guy come from left right center deliver all the Blu-ray and then DVD. I remember man.
And then don't forget the Pokemon lagi. People buy 5 6 handphone, they play Pokemon Go. Wow, I tell you, why got
Oh
so many
betul
phones?
juga.
I need to play Pokemon Go lor. I say, need to
Yeah lor,
have
that
so many handphone
uncle,
one.
the one on the bicycle got many Pokemon man.
That's why. Yeah, that actually this is good lah. That and I think if anyone who is into maybe training business, if they want to be built into communication with people, I think WhatsApp business is definitely the way to go forward. Good stuff, man.
Okay. Eh?
So happy to have you here today, Sati man.
So the WhatsApp can work in metaverse or not? I think we lost Rizal lah. Frozen. Still here. Metaverse tu macam mana?
I haven't had a look at metaverse yet, so maybe it's something that I don't mind looking at.
I have to try lah, Malaysia belum lagi lah main akan datang. Malaysia boleh. See, Tima also don't have to change.
Now I'm counting votes.
I think so lah. You are counting votes.
I'm counting votes as well. Satu rosak sikit lah. Okay guys, I think I noticed that it's already 7 minutes past the hour. Thank you so much for joining in. So we'll be putting out a bit more. Nicky, will there be a free session sometime next week?
Yes, in fact, let me take this opportunity to share it. We're gonna have our 1.5 hour sharing session. We're gonna go through this slide that we just shared today further in detail. We're gonna be talking a little bit more about that. So feel free to drop by. Sign up through the form, and we'll reach out to you and let you know how to access that form. That will be more of a personal session because sometimes there are some people who wants to ask a bit more P&C questions, want to have a bit more personalized answers. So do come and join us, and we'll be happy to have you in. We're going to be having that session on Tuesday. Next Tuesday, the date would be the 23rd of November at 8 p.m. All right.
Hey, cool stuff. All right. Well, thank you so much. I think, guys, thank you for tuning in, and thanks, Nikki, and thanks, CA, for jumping in. And we hope that your satay business, satay WhatsApp business, comes through and set up the profile. We can help you. Don't worry.
Be right on the Rojak Business and the Pasar Malam
All right,
Association.
guys, thank you so much. So,
Thank you.
Pasar Malam Association,
Goodbye. Good night.
press, I want to say thank you very much for joining in. All right, thank you so much. Bye bye, everyone.
Thank
Ciao,
you.
ciao.
Bye-bye.
See you.